Good day, friends. Good day, humans. And good day, friends of the humans. There's many now coming into the front. They let themselves know through different aspects. Some through media, let's say TV shows, films. Some through your, let's call it, religion upbringing. So you start seeing the friends of humanity in different forms. Today's subject is a bit different in the form, as I'm going to ask you some questions like I usually don't. So try to answer them truthfully. Don't rush with the answer. Even if you don't have an answer, I will help you with my answer on the same question. So, what is your body? The physical body. My answer? Body is an instrument of karma. Karma not as something bad or good or ancient. Karma is just the way how you lived. Karma is the way of you assigning a word to your actions based on provocations that life offered. Based on the title for today, it goes like this. Karma is a bitch when not truthful with what you do. So why we get sick? Why we don't live 3,700 years in a very healthy, youthful body? Why we look absolutely horrendous when we get ill? Ill, doesn't matter. Cancer, accident, scars, mentally ill, emotionally distressed. Why these things are happening to us? I mean, don't separate your other bodies, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies, from your physical. Yet many people just treating the physical aspect of their illness, pretending that they can find a solution through the chemical infusions, through surgical insertions, through removing forcefully a cancer from your body, through using chemotherapies or any kind of absolutely horrendous techniques. So why this title, that karma is a bitch? Means never forgive and never forget. Because people have a tendency to do the same mistake over and over and over again. For what reason? Why are we so stupid? Why we are so ignorant towards our well-being? Because we've been tricked. So why we have been tricked? Why we have been so docile in uncovering our true value? Energetic value, financial value, emotional and spiritual value. Why we don't respect our physical body as the most cherished item that Prime Creator could give us. That we could actually have a physical body to experience many techniques of emotions, of feelings, of actions while we are in this physical body. and why it's so limited on 80 to 100 years max, and why the second part of your, let's call it physical life, last 50 years, you're doing nothing else but to try to cover your mistakes from the first 50 years. You're putting a lot of makeup, you're doing plastic surgeries, you heal yourself somehow through this fake medical system, and again, you're not truly healing yourself, yet you're just covering the consequences of you don't want to change. So, question to you again. Do you want to live longer? Do you want to live happier? Truly happier? Do you want to be peaceful most of your time? Would you like to have no stress? Would you like to be free of any kind of control, mental control, that it's imposed on you now constantly? Would you like to? Or you just let me live until I die and that's it? Is there any aspirations in you I can maybe trigger that you want to do something a bit different? Watch some of the other videos about the mistakes, about the hierarchy, about the legal system, about being better than others, about the medical fake system, about the news fake media system, about the aliens. So, meaning, don't have to judge me, don't have to judge yourself, you've been absolutely not informed, but give yourself a chance to start living healthier through you changing an attitude towards your previous mistakes. It's okay being ignorant, but continue being ignorant. It's a purposeful mistake that causing nothing else but harm to your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. So why continue living like this? Why not trying a bit different approach? Maybe the results will be much healthier for you. I mean, I'm mostly talking about health here. Yet people think that their actions from before are forgotten, forgiven, if they go into the church and ask for forgiveness of the fake these skirt dudes who are giving you a forgiveness for the money. No, your forgiveness can only be given by you. When you re-establish your true feeling what you've done wrong to you, not to others. I mean, you do many things to others, yet the most damages are produced onto your physical body. So, as a vehicle of karma, your body is nothing else but a reflection of your actions. So how you can even ask to live forever, or if you genetically modify something, if you change your DNA, if you replace your organs with a metal pumps or like some kind of transhumanistic approach, it would not last long, because physical body is just reflection of your spiritual status. And I'm talking status being a prince or king or a prime minister. I'm talking about your health status. Why people suffer? Why people live in lack most of their lives, especially in these last couple of lifetimes? because they're always aspiring to have more that nature and environment God is providing. So why humans, let's say these half humans, are aspiring to have always more? Because this is how they were breeded. They were breeded as competitive animals. They were breeded as cannibals. Yet we a little bit shifted last couple of generations, so cannibalism is in some countries forbidden by law. But you can still eat all kind of different animals, all that walks, flies, swims, and to me it's the same thing. Yeah, just a little bit disguised, so you don't eat your fellow so-called human, but you can eat a reptile, you can eat a fish, you can eat a cow. There's no difference. Even this bringing your karmic debt to a much higher numbers. So how to forgive yourself? How to get out from this karmic debt that only you could put on and only you can remove? You cannot go and ask God to help you there. I mean, you could, but He will not just take it away from you until you decide to change your attitude towards yourself, that you will not harm your body anymore with jealousy, with competition, with anger, with purposefully harming other people, with being ignorant. And only then you can actually start feeling that you don't need a God for this change, because change starts taking effect as soon as you recognize your mistakes. Why we're so determined to keep a status quo? Because we've been programmed like this. And why we've been easily programmed? Because we think as we are a machine. Yes, we are a combination of impulses, biological and chemical responses in our body. Yet what is triggering all this? It's our spirit. It's a level of energy within our spirit. So we can create a very, very low and negative energetic impulse that we will maybe give us some kind of pleasure very instantly or very short period of time, yet on the long run it will produce terrible physical injury to you, to whoever is operating these kind of status quo. So many people were grown up into an environment that they'll just take whatever they want and they live as the way they want, without a single shred of responsibility towards themselves, not towards nature, animals, other humans. But the most and truly important approach is you start respecting yourself by not treating others as worse than you, as being jealous on others, as being aggressive towards others. So once when you recognize what you've done, it's always easy to turn around and say, I really want to start living happily ever after. And only then a possibility of infinite life, or what the transgenic dudes are trying to achieve, will come to your consciousness, that you could do it without any other outside help. You don't need technology, you don't need DNA changes or upgrades or all the crap that was taught in a New Age movement. The only thing you have to do is recognize your mistakes can change them as of the moment of now. Not tomorrow, not in a week or 20 years. You change them now.